Most people are soft because they've lived their entire life seeking comfort. They think personality is something you're born with. They think confidence is some magical energy that just flows to people naturally. That's why they never improve. That's why they stay stuck. Because they don't understand one basic truth. Confidence is built, not born. Personality is shaped, not gifted. It's crafted in the details of how you live your day, how you speak, how you move, how you present yourself. Every action you take is either sharpening your presence or dulling your edge, and most of you are dull. You want to become the kind of person who people respect the moment you walk into a room. You want your voice to carry weight, your presence to turn heads, your energy to demand respect without saying a word. Then start treating your personality like a weapon, and every weapon requires daily maintenance. If you don't train it, it rusts, and a rusty blade is useless. So the question is, what are you doing every day to sharpen yours? Start when you wake up. The moment your eyes open, you're either making a decision to win the day or lose it. Most people roll over, hit the snooze button, and start their day by running from responsibility. That's a weakness in character. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. If you can't dominate your morning, how do you expect to dominate your life? Your personality doesn't get stronger by sleeping in. Confidence isn't built under a blanket. You want to improve yourself, get up with urgency, attack the morning like it owes you something, then look at how you carry yourself. Your posture speaks before your mouth ever opens. Are you slouched, shoulders rolled forward, eyes to the ground? You've already lost. Stand up straight, chin up, shoulders back. Walk like you've got somewhere to be, like you know something others don't. That kind of body language sends signals to the world and to your own mind. Your body influences your psychology. You can't think like a lion if you move like a mouse. Now let's talk about eye contact. You want confidence, hold your gaze. Most men can't even look another man in the eye for 5 seconds without blinking or looking away. That's a sign of internal weakness. You've trained yourself to avoid confrontation. You've trained yourself to submit before the fight even begins. Fix that. Practice it. When you speak to people, look them in the eye not aggressively, but with certainty. Make your presence felt. Let them know you're not some ghost floating through life, hoping to be accepted. You're here to lead. You're here to dominate. You're here to build. Your voice matters. And I'm not talking about how loud it is. I'm talking about how clear and certain it sounds. Stop talking like you're asking for permission. Speak like what you say matters. Cut out the filler words, like you know. All of that weakens your message. It makes you look unsure, hesitant, weak. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. Mean every word. When you develop that habit, people start to listen, not because you shout, but because your energy says, I know exactly who I am. You want to know one of the easiest ways to improve your personality. Cut out weak language. Start using language that reflects strength, direction, conviction. Stop saying I'll try. Say I will. Stop saying hopefully. Say definitely. Your words shape your identity. If you talk like a maybe, you'll live like one, and no one respects a maybe. People respect the man who walks into a room and owns it, not because he's arrogant, but because he's certain. How do you develop that kind of certainty? Through repetition, through discipline, through doing hard things daily. Through mastering the basics with insane consistency. Everyone's looking for some secret formula, some magic strategy. They think there's a personality hack that'll make them instantly confident. That's not how it works. You build it through routines, through rituals, through actions repeated so many times they become part of your DNA. Your morning routine, your training routine, your work ethic, your discipline. These things build character. And character creates confidence. Let's talk about training your body. You can't have real confidence if you feel weak physically. Your body and mind are connected. When your body is strong, your posture improves, your energy elevates, your testosterone rises, your confidence follows. Lifting weights isn't just about looks. It's about dominance. You walk differently when you know you're physically capable. You speak differently, you think differently, and others sense it. You become a threat in the best way possible. Grooming, hygiene, appearance. Don't let these slide. If you look like a mess, don't expect people to respect you. How you present yourself to the world tells people how you see yourself. Clean haircut. Trimmed beard, sharp clothes, you don't need to wear designer labels. You need to look put together, clothes that fit, colors that match, shoes that are clean. You want to be taken seriously, then take yourself seriously first. If you smell good, look sharp, walk tall, and speak strong, people will respect you without knowing your name. Every day you have a choice. Consume like a peasant or build like a king. Most of you wake up and feed your mind with garbage. Social media, gossip, news, drama. You fill your brain with distraction and then wonder why your personality is weak. What you consume shapes how you think, and how you think shapes who you become. If you want to be powerful, consume power. Read books that challenge you. Listen to people who have built empires. Watch interviews with champions, killers, innovators. Feed your mind with strength. And while we're on the subject of what you consume, stop hanging around weak people. If you're the smartest or strongest in your group, you're in the wrong group. Your circle is either elevating you or keeping you average. If your friends talk about others, complain about their boss, make excuses for their problems, they are contagious. Weak energy spreads. You need to be around lions, men who hold you accountable, men who raise the standard, men who are building something real. That kind of environment forces you to level up. Confidence also comes from results. You want to feel good about yourself. Win every day. Stack the victories. They don't have to be massive. Wake up on time. Win. Hit the gym. Win. Finish your goals. Win. Stick to your diet. Win. Read your pages. Win. Every small win builds momentum. Every small win rewires your brain to believe you are a winner. That belief becomes identity, and identity is what transforms your personality at the core. Self-respect is the foundation of real confidence. You can't expect people to respect you if you don't even respect yourself. And you respect yourself by doing the things you said you would do. You said you'd wake up early, do it. You said you'd stop watching porn, stop. You said you'd eat clean, follow through. Every time you lie to yourself, your confidence dies a little. Every time you keep a promise, your confidence grows. Stack enough self-respect and no one can break you. Now let's be honest, this isn't easy, but it's simple. You already know what you need to do. The problem is, you're still negotiating with your feelings. You're still asking yourself if you feel like doing it. Losers operate on feelings, winners operate on standards. You don't become confident by doing what's comfortable. You become confident by doing what's required. No matter how you feel, you override weakness. You kill excuses, you build. This world doesn't reward potential, it rewards proof. You can't walk around thinking people should admire your personality because you're a good person. No one cares. People admire results. They respect presence, they respond to power. You want to become someone worth following, someone who commands attention without trying, then earn it. Through daily, disciplined action, you need to become unshakable. Not just in the way you speak, but in the way you think. Most people's personalities fall apart under pressure. One harsh comment, one failure, one rejection, and they spiral. You want real confidence? Then build your mindset so strong that no opinion, no setback, no betrayal can break you. That kind of strength only comes through fire. It comes from hardship. It comes from pushing yourself every single day past what you think is possible. Because here's the truth, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you charisma. No one will build your confidence for you. If you want to be magnetic, if you want to have a personality that people remember and a confidence that people admire, then you have to create it. Day by day, hour by hour, choice by choice. Confidence is not something you wish for. It's not something you wait to feel before taking action. Confidence is something you create through repetition, through discipline, through doing hard things that most people avoid. You're not born with it. Nobody comes out of the womb ready to conquer the world. You earn that level of certainty by proving to yourself every single day that you are not like the rest. Most people want to feel confident before they move. That's their first mistake. You don't feel confident. You move first. Action comes before confidence. Confidence is the result, not the spark. Every day you should be doing something that stretches your limits. If you want to grow, you must confront fear and discomfort on purpose. Most of you live in a bubble. You avoid pain, you avoid challenge, you avoid embarrassment. That's why you stay weak. That's why your confidence is low. You hide behind a comfortable routine, avoiding anything that threatens your fragile little ego. You want to build confidence, then do something hard. Do something that makes your heart race, your palms sweat, your voice shake. Because that's where real growth happens, on the edge of comfort. Confidence isn't built in the moments when everything is easy. It's built when you keep pushing through when everything inside you wants to quit. When your body aches but you keep lifting. When your mind screams but you finish the task anyway. When the fear is loud but your actions are louder. That's where confidence is born, not in comfort, not in convenience, but in chaos, challenge, and courage. If you wake up every day and just repeat the same soft routine, scrolling your phone, watching random content, avoiding physical exertion, skipping responsibilities, and lying to yourself with fake motivation quotes, you are programming your brain for weakness. Your actions are writing the code for your identity, and if your actions are rooted in softness, your identity will be soft. That's why your confidence is paper, thin. It cracks under pressure because it has no foundation. You need to build habits that make you bulletproof. Start with cold showers, not because it's trendy, not because someone on the internet told you it's healthy, but because it teaches your mind to obey when your body resists. That's the point. You step into freezing water not because you like it, but because you said you would. That habit, training your body to submit to your will, is the foundation of dominance. You say you'll do something. You do it, no debate, no delay. That's how confidence builds, through proof. Every cold shower is a reminder, I said it and I did it. Train your body like a weapon, lift heavy, train hard, break a sweat every single day. Not just for the aesthetics, not just to look good on Instagram, but because your physical strength is the gateway to mental strength. When your body becomes resilient, your mind follows. You walk differently when you're strong. You talk differently. Your energy becomes heavier, more grounded. People feel it when you've suffered and come out stronger. That silent energy, that quiet confidence, is worth more than any loud bragging. It's not about flexing muscles. It's about building discipline. You show up even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. That's power. Speak to people. Yes, speak, talk. Engage. Most of you avoid social interactions unless they're absolutely necessary. You hide behind screens, behind messages, behind digital masks. That's why you can't carry a conversation. That's why you stutter when someone confronts you. That's why your voice is weak. Confidence in communication comes from practice. You need to put yourself in uncomfortable conversations. Start small, ask for the time, give a compliment, make eye contact when you order your food. These tiny acts, done consistently, rewire your brain to stop fearing interaction. You stop shrinking, you start expanding. Don't be afraid of silence either. Real confidence is comfortable with pauses. You don't need to fill every space with words. When you pause, when you take your time to speak, people lean in. That's control, that's authority. You're not desperate to be heard. You know your words carry weight, and people feel that. Confidence isn't about being the loudest. It's about being the most certain. Do things alone, go to the gym alone, eat alone, travel alone. Most of you are scared of solitude because your identity is fragile. You don't even know who you are without someone else there to validate you. You rely on external attention to feel important. That's why you chase likes, comments, reactions. True confidence comes from solitude. When you can sit with yourself and still feel powerful, you're untouchable. Because then your energy isn't controlled by anyone else. You move on your own terms, you think clearly, you become your own source of strength, and that is rare. Create structure in your day. Chaos breeds weakness. If you want to feel powerful, you need order. You need to plan your time, your training, your work, your learning. Every day should be a mission. Wake up with a target. Execute. No wasted hours, no drifting. When you live intentionally, you begin to see results, and results fuel confidence. It's not rocket science. You do the work pays you back. Journal your progress, not because it's cute or trendy, but because writing forces clarity. It forces reflection. It exposes your laziness. You say you're disciplined. Show me your routine. Show me your results. Write it down. Track your habits. Track your workouts. Track your meals. Track your thoughts. When you see your progress, your confidence compounds. You're not guessing anymore. You know what you're building. You know where you're headed. That kind of direction makes your presence lethal. Control your environment. Your space reflects your state. If your room is a mess, your life is a mess. Clean it. Organize it. Make your environment reflect the power you want to carry. You can't have a king's mind in a peasant setting. Control your space, and you start to control your energy. Your surroundings speak to your brain. Make sure they're saying the right things. Say no to things that don't serve you. Say no to late nights that kill your mornings. Say no to food that drains your energy. Say no to people who don't respect your time. Every time you say no to weakness, you say yes to power. That's how confidence grows. Not from being agreeable, but from having standards. People respect those who draw lines, not in anger, in clarity. You teach the world how to treat you based on what you tolerate. Raise the standard, create rituals, power rituals, before bed, after waking up, before training. Build small sacred routines that anchor you. You want to improve your personality, then live with rhythm. Chaos weakens, discipline builds. Start with 5 rituals: morning stretch, cold shower, reading 10 pages, planning your top 3 tasks, evening reflection. That's 5. Master them. Make them non-negotiable. That's how confidence becomes part of your identity. Eliminate vices. You want more confidence, but you're still numbing your mind with porn, processed food, endless scrolling, and shallow dopamine hits. That's a contradiction. Your brain becomes soft when it's constantly overstimulated. Cut it out. Replace cheap pleasure with purpose. Start building a life that doesn't need escape. Because every time you indulge in something that weakens you, your self-respect takes a hit. And self-respect is the bedrock of real confidence. Surround yourself with pressure, not toxic stress, but productive pressure. Train with people who are stronger than you. Talk with people who are smarter than you. Get around winners who force you to elevate. Comfort kills character. You want confidence. Step into the arena, feel the heat, earn your scars. You want to be battle ready, then enter the battle daily. That's how you earn your edge. That's how you become sharp. Be decisive. Indecision is weakness. You want to build a stronger personality. Make decisions fast, not reckless, but firm. Train your brain to commit. Whether it's where to eat, what time to train, what goal to pursue, decide, and live with the results. Indecision kills momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Action creates clarity. Confidence follows clarity. So cut the hesitation, make a choice, own it, face rejection. You can't build unshakable confidence if you're terrified of a no. Go ask for something you're likely to be rejected from, not because you want the yes, but because you need the pain. You need the ego hit. You need the growth. Rejection doesn't destroy you, it sharpens you. It's proof that you're pushing your boundaries. People who never hear no are people who never play big. You want to be bold. Then face what others avoid. Confidence is an internal war. It's not built by accident. It's crafted through choices. Every day you either choose to shrink or expand. You either do the thing or you avoid it. You either rise or you rot. You don't need another motivational quote. You need discipline, you need pain, you need action, repetition, ownership, and you need to do it when nobody is watching, especially then. Because at the end of the day, confidence doesn't come from applause. It comes from knowing the truth about yourself. And the truth is built in the dark. When you grind, when you sweat, when you show up tired, when you execute without reward. You earn the right to be confident, and once you've earned it, no one can take it from you. So here's the truth. Confidence isn't some mystical force reserved for the elite. It's not luck. It's not genetics. It's the result of your choices, your habits, your pain, your discipline. You don't find it, you build it. You build it in the gym when you're sore, but you push anyway. You build it in the silence when you choose discipline over distraction. You build it in the mirror when you refuse to lie to yourself. Every day is a test, and every day you either rise or rot. If you want the world to respect you, start by respecting yourself. No one is coming to validate you. No one is coming to hand you confidence. And if you keep living like the weak version of yourself deserves another day, you'll die full of regrets. You want to change your life, then earn your confidence. Sculpt your personality. Show up every single day like you were built for war, because deep down you are. Now stop overthinking. Stop waiting. Stop wishing. Move. Speak. Lead. Attack your day. Stand up. Lock in and become the kind of person who doesn't just walk into a room with confidence, but owns it.